Good morning, my loves. Happy Saturday. It's about 5:30 this morning here at the lake. The sun isn't up yet. Interesting topic. You can speak your truth. You can be your authentic self. You can be direct and to the point without being rude and hurting somebody's feelings. That's what we're talking about. I am very outspoken. I am very direct. My clients will tell you, because I tell them, I am not Willy Wonka. I don't sugarcoat anything, but I never intentionally hurt anybody's feelings. And I will preface things by saying, now this may sound harsh, or I'm going to be direct, but I'm not going to be mean. I can't do that. Many times people don't understand the difference between being direct and being mean, or they use it as an excuse. Well, I'm just being direct. No, you're being an ass, and there's a difference. Think about what you're saying. Think about the consequences of what you're saying. There are people that in their culture, they are very brusque. They are very outspoken. They're very direct. That's how they're raised. That's how, their family has been raised for generations. I don't want to say they don't know any better, because they do. If you live in society today, you know what is socially acceptable and what isn't. You know what's going to hurt somebody's feelings and what isn't. Many times they just don't care. Oftentimes they have been hurt so deeply, so many times, they have built walls. And it's easier to hurt somebody else before they hurt you than to sit around and wait for that first blast. They're wrong. They need to stop and think about what they're saying and doing. Be kind. Be compassionate. Be empathetic. You don't know what is going on in someone's world. Just because, and I am saying this as a trauma therapist, you may see somebody, you may work with somebody, know somebody that seems a bit aloof. They're kind of standoffish. They're not overly warm and fuzzy. They're polite, but something's not right. Honey, they've probably been hurt so many times. They have built walls, and they don't let people in easily. That's all it is. So don't assume they're a bitch. Don't assume they're being rude or mean. They've probably just been hurt. So try a little compassion. Last thing, there are families that promote speaking your truth, but being offensive. And they take pride in that because for generations, somebody in that family did not feel heard. And the only way they could feel heard if they were loud and offensive. And that gets passed down as a generational trauma. You have a family of 10 kids, and the last 2 or 3 kids really may not have a whole lot of voice. The only way they're going to have a voice is if they make their voice known. And so when they raise their kids, they're going to teach their kids to fight to be heard, to speak out. Speaking out is great. Speak your truth. Stand tall and proud in your truth. But don't be mean. Don't be offensive. Don't be rude. Don't perpetuate generational traumas. The other day, somebody reminded me that blood is thicker than water. And I said, sweetheart, so is pudding. That doesn't make it right. So is motor oil. It doesn't make it right. There's more to family than genetics. Family is who you make it. It's not a genetic thing. Watch who you align your energies with, because you will pick up, how can I put it? If you're around a bunch of negative people, you're going to be a negative person. If you're around a lot of people that are uplifting and positive, you're going to be a positive person. And that is going to be reflected in how you come across to others. So if you're in a family, or maybe it's your own family with your spouse and your kids, and you speak your truth, but you're polite and you're never offensive and you're respectful, your kids are going to pick that up and they're going to carry that on. That's how families work. It's a learned behavior. So be aware of your behavior, because your kids are going to mirror that in school. So if you're called to school because little Billy, little Johnny, and little Susie are opening their mouths and bad things are coming out, stop and think what's happening at home. What's happening around grandma's house? What's going on? Because kids will mirror what they experience. It's a learned behavior, and it can be a sign of generational trauma. But definitely speak your truth, be your authentic self, stand tall and proud in who you are and what you believe in. But don't force your beliefs on others. Accept people for who they are as they are, because we want people to accept us. And don't say you really don't care, because you do. You've probably just been building up walls because you've been hurt, but you do care. We all care. We are all worthy of kindness, compassion, understanding, and respect. Always.